Deepak.
Hello, good morning, students. Hello.
Good morning, sir.
Very students. Today here we are going to discuss about the political science new chapter, that is human rights. Okay, let us start here. Human rights, chapter third of that political science. In this chapter, you will learn about the meaning of human rights and its development. In this chapter, you will learn or we will discuss here the meaning of human rights and its development, how that human rights were emerged. And the second point that is here, the Declaration of Human Rights. And the third it is here, human rights and the Indian Constitution. What are the steps taken by the Indian government to implement that effectively human rights in the country? This also we will discuss. And ways of implementing human rights. These are the points which you will learn in this chapter here. In the beginning introduction, the concept of human rights has developed along with growth of civilization here. You already know here, during the ancient days, primitive man, he was nomad, he was wandering from one place to another place. But over the period of time, he learned that civilized life there. What do you mean by that civilized life here? It is a state of having a advanced life here, advanced that comfortable life. Year by year, decade by decade, he learned to build their homes, their huts, and learn the agriculture, hunting, develop the road and transport there, and tame that animals also, which would help him in that hunting also, in the agriculture also there. That is what civilization means here, having a advanced, comfortable life. Since then here, human rights has developed with that civilization there. This is essential for peaceful living, coexistence, and development of human beings here. Actually, the concept of human rights, this world, it's emerged during the modern world, not in the medieval and then ancient days there, but in the other name or another title here, it was present in the society like rights here. They didn't name particularly that rights, human rights, but on the other name, they were practicing or people they were demanding rights from their rulers or through their administrators. They were demanding their administrators or rulers and other that layers for their right to live that liberal life or comfortable life according to their wish day. Here, this is essential for the peaceful living, coexistence, and development of human beings here. Here, that human rights are very essential to lead peaceful living. If there are rights for all that human beings, then only we can lead a liberal life or a freedom of have that freedom of life. If there are no rights, we cannot live peacefully. And also that these help us to live coexistence with coordination each other there, and also helps us to move toward the development or to develop the society, bring a lot of that reforms which we require to show the progress in our day-to-day life. Here, the importance of human rights, these are essential for peaceful living also, and these are essential to lead that coexistence or cooperative that life, and also for the development of a society. And these rights are considered building blocks of democracy there. Whatever democratic country which we can see across the world here, almost all that countries they granted that human rights to their people, their citizens there. if there are no what human rights, we can for that all people or people of any country they do not have these human rights, we cannot call that country democracy there. We can call that what anarchy government or what dictatorship government there. An example, take here in India. In India, here citizens we have a right to question the policy of the government because of the recently the farmers they are not satisfied with the that APMC Act which the central government it's implemented. Farmers Act there. Therefore, they protesting against the central government in Delhi or in some other parts of the country there. You can take an example of the other country here that China. China, that country we cannot call that a democratic country there because people they do not have that much freedom to fight against the or to protest against the government. We have read that all incident through the televisions, newspaper. If anyone else start to protest against the decision of the government, government will try to suppress that voice in the China there. Therefore, we cannot call that democratic country. India is what best example to know about the democratic country here. Here we have almost all that rights which would help us to lead that liberal life or comfortable life there. Therefore, they have told these rights are the what building blocks or base of the democracy there. Here, renowned famous political thinker, renowned means here famous political thinker H.J. Lasky declared that a nation can be identified through its human rights here. If you like to identify that nation here, the development of freedom of a people here, the human rights, these are the very, these are the base to understand the people's life, people life in that country there. How much freedom the people they have been getting into their country, we can identify that through the implementation of this human rights. Here, this statement it was quoted by that H.J. Lasky. Remember, in the exam we may ask here this quotation and we'll ask you to name that person, those who told this or expressed this quote there. Human rights enable everyone to lead a life of dignity. Here, these rights help us to have dignity, prestige in the society there because they provide freedom us to live our life free and frankly there or without having any fence, barriers, obstacles to move toward the development. Therefore, this helps us to live that life of dignity, prestige in the society there. This ensures the development of a better society there. If there are freedom or the rights to the people here, altogether they will come forward and join their hands to the development of a country there. If there are no rights here, people they do not show their interest to join their hands together to move toward the development or to bring any that kind of reforms in the country there. These rights helps to form that better society or to have or to develop here. Hence, the UNO. What is the extreme form of UNO here? United Nations organizations here. United Nations organizations here. This is what universal body which would help us to protect the human rights, which is trying to protect or to implement that effectively these human rights in the entire world there. Rita, off the video. Hence, the UNO has declared the human rights and has said it is the duty of the state to protect the human rights. In the here state means not Karnataka, Maharashtra, it means country here. It is the duty of that country to protect the human rights. Let us understand here the meaning of that human rights here. These are the two charters. One it is what having the pictures of the rights here, symbols that all people images, and second it is it tells us about the rights here. Assembly, association, movement, religion, speech, information, press, thought, education. These are all are the parts of that human rights. Human rights are essential for human being to live a life of dignity. It is already I have already told about these. Here, understand about the meaning of human rights here first. The rights which help us to lead a liberal life or comfortable life in the society, in the country, they are called as human rights here. The rights which are very helpful to us here, or which helps us to live the comfortable life or liberal life, freedom of life here. They are considered as the human rights, or the rights which help us to lift up the dignity of a human beings. They are called as human rights. Here, human rights are conducive to universal development of human beings here. It means conducive means here way. Human rights, these are the way here, or these provides a base to universal development of human beings here across the world. To develop that all human beings who are present in the universe here, these are the way here. These are the base. The roots of human rights are traced to Athens and Sparta, the two city-states of ancient Greece. About these two cities, you already studied under that Greek and Roman American civilization there, under the Greek civilization lesson there. These were the important two cities or neighbor states who were fighting each other to establish their or have their dignity. But later on, they became the part of Greek country there. Here, the root system of that human rights, it's emerged from that Athens and Sparta there. In the discussion of Plato, Aristotle, and Socrates, three jewels of the Greek literature or the country here, on the relationship between the state and individual, human rights are discussed here. In their writings, these all scholars, philosophers, they told about the human rights in their teachings also, in their writings also, they have mentioned clearly about that all. First one Plato, second Aristotle, and third it is Socrates here. Magna Carta, it is the charter of rights. Which one? Magna Carta here. This is what charter of rights here. Magna Carta or the Great Agreement is base of English Constitution. Based on this year, that England Constitution it has formed, and during the 1215 CE Common Era Day, the King John of England broke many ancient rules and traditions. The rule of that kings, it was a witness of breaking. Harish and don't try to scratch the screen. During the even Indians also and then other country world rulers also, they have broke a lot of their lot of times so that rights rules they have changed according to their wish. Here, like other rulers, the ruler of that England King John, even he also broke many ancient rules and traditions. During this situation, people revolted against the king, pressing for their rights here. It means they forced him to implement or to grant that all rights which they were having before banning by the or preventing by this King John that all rights. As a result, the king entered into an agreement and signed for that Magna Carta. Before also, from that all people of England they were having their few rights, but during the beginning of 30th century CE, that King of England, John, he broke many of the ancient rules and traditions, law and orders there. He didn't give a freedom rights to the farmers and workers and citizens of England there. During this situation, against the decision of king, all that people they revolted. All again they demanded to implement that all rights which they were having. Because of that pressure, that king he entered into that Magna Carta or he signed to that agreement of that Magna Carta. Due to this, the government's interference in the church came to an end. According to this Magna Carta, government didn't get an opportunity to interfere in the church issues, and citizens gained the rights to have private and then ancestral property there. According to that Magna Carta, government it lost its right to interfere in that church issues, and also citizens they succeeded to gain back that all rights, private and then ancestral property, and equality of all in front of law was asserted. It means they consider all human beings are equal during the 12th century in England with the help of that Magna Carta, which was signed by that King John of England. Magna Carta is an important development in the process of modern democracy here. Almost all countries here, those were ruled by the England, even they were also formed human rights or adapted the human rights and other essential rights based on the constitution of that England or that Magna Carta of England. John Locke presented the first systematic discussion of human being natural rights here. At first year, John Locke he raised his voice against that to implement that human rights or human being rights, which are essential to the holistic development, integral development of the being. According to him, the basic rights cannot be given to any individual. Here, according to me, that after the birth, that basic rights cannot be given to any individual or granted by any government or granted by any that king here, ruler, emperor here. They are their own rights. Every individual is born with the rights of living and freedom. All the rights which we require to live comfortable life, liberal life in the country, these are not granted by any government, any person, any country. Here they are the birth rights of a people. ಹುಟ್ಟಿನಿಂದ ಬಂದಂತಹ ಹಕ್ಕುಗಳು, which that rights which will help us to live that comfortable life here. They are not granted by no need of no need to take them from the government or from the people or from the any kind of the person here, any kind of country. They are their birth rights. This gave prominence to individual rights here. His quotation, his encouragement, which gave importance to that individual's right. The bloodless revolution of 1688 worked in support to this year. During in 1688 in England here, people they protested against the government without that violence there. As a result, in a 1689 Bill of Rights was implemented, where in the England, and with this human rights were given a legislative guarantee for the first time here. Later onwards, government is granted that human rights through the legislative guarantee or through the constitution to the people. Revolutions took place in America, France, due to the influence of John Locke, Rousseau, and then Montesquieu here. These were the great scholars, philosophers, thinkers, socialist, society reformers here. All these focused in their writing on that rights of each and every that individual's rights. They encouraged the people to get their rights. The American independence was declared in 1787, and the list of human rights were declared on December 15, 1791. After that independence, in the American that Constitution also, they have mentioned regarding that human rights in 1791. They included that in the American Constitution as the first amendment to the American Constitution here. By doing the amendment, they added these all human rights in the American Constitution in 1791 after that independence. The Human Rights Declaration in France in the year of 1789 is an important milestone in the history of human rights here. First, they implemented that the American government, it has shown to implement that human rights, and later onwards that France in the 1789, the 1789 year. With this, the dictatorship of France was removed and the French Republic came into existence here. With the end of that France Revolution in 1789, Republican that France or French Republic country, it's came into existence. How Indian democratic country, Republic country, it came into existence on that 1950 onwards, 26 year. Actually, like that, even the France Republic, it came into existence in 1789. Even they were also people like Americans, they protested against the exploitation of their ruler, and finally they killed their ruler and declared that country entirely republic country there. This declaration assured equal rights to all with the respect to freedom, equality, property, and security here. After the independence here, France government is declared or it assured that equal rights to all that human beings here. That regarding that freedom also, equality, property, and security here. It assured to grant these all rights to the people. The development of human rights is not restricted to any single geographical area. It is universal in appeal here. The development of human rights, it is not it was not happened in any that particular country like here, America, France, or any other England here. Almost all countries, since their emergence, they have been fighting until us in some other country to have that rights. The League of Nations that came into existence after the First World War had a separate directive on human rights here. After the First World War, to stop that feature was League of Nations. It was came into existence. It has also lifted up the or told more about that human rights implementation in the entire universe, entire that all countries. After the Second World War, in order to protect human rights and with the effort to protect the human rights here, Stalin, Roosevelt, and Churchill of United Nations organizations came into existence. It means here, after the Second World War, these leaders, Stalin, Roosevelt, Churchill, they focused on the establishment of United Nations of organization. Here, first, what they are to League of Nations, it came into existence after the First World War but it didn't carry on its activity for long period. Then world leaders like Hitler, Mussolini, they didn't follow the order of that League of Nations. Therefore, within a short period of time, it was declared. But after the Second World War, this United Nations of organization, it came into existence. Here, the Stalin, Roosevelt, and Churchill, and many other that world leaders, they played very important role to establish that universal body that is called as UNO. And after the establishment of that UNO, here that body, it has focused on the effective implementation of that human rights in the entire the world there. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯುನೈಟೆಡ್ ವಿಶ್ವಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ಸ್ಥಾಪನೆ ಆದ ನಂತರ ವಿಶ್ವಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದಲ್ಲಿ ಪರಿಣಾಮಕಾರಿಯಾಗಿ ಆ ಮಾನವ ಹಕ್ಕುಗಳನ್ನ ಜಗತ್ತಿನ ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ದೇಶಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನವನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತು. It has told to all member countries to implement effectively these human rights through the constitution. The preamble of UNO declares, "We, the people of the world, have decided to protect our future generation from the destruction of wars here." However, Indian Constitution preamble starts through the "We, the people of India," like here. Even the Constitution of that UNO, it also starts with the "We, the people of the world, have decided to protect our future generation from the destruction of war." Means it has decided to stop that future war which would cause to the decline, destruction of human beings, or that all kind of that living beings there. War has driven us to sadness twice in our lifetime. Twice means two wars, First World War and Second World War here. In 1 century only, within that 50 years, two world wars took place between that almost all world countries. and they caused for the death of a lakh of people there, thousands of people, and many more that many that objects we have lost during the that first and second world war. Hence, the establishment of UNO is to prevent human rights violations in any part of the world. Because of that, this UNO, since its establishment, it has been trying to implement effectively the human rights in that all member countries there. In order to achieve this, the UNO directed to all its member countries here to protect the human rights compulsory on December 10, 1948. Human Rights Declaration Day here. On December 10, even though it has declared about that even what are human rights in entire the world. Being as a member country or a part of that, even though almost all countries they have been trying to implement effectively the human rights through their constitution at present. Even our Indian government also adapted this all in that Indian constitution there under that fundamental rights. Human rights and the Indian constitution. Now here we have to discuss about the Indian constitution, how that human rights have been adopted there in the Indian constitution. The Declaration of Human Rights by the UNO is discussed in the preamble of and also fundamental rights part of the constitution here. Even in the Indian constitution also, there is there are what schedules, articles, columns regarding that implementation of human rights. In preamble, equality, fraternity, and freedom are discussed here. Fraternity means here brotherhood. ಸಹೋದರತೆ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಭಾವನೆ. These are all discussed in the preamble or mentioned in the preamble of Indian Constitution. Equality, fraternity or brotherhoodness, and freedom. This is discussed in the part 3 of the Constitution from Article 12 to 35 under fundamental rights here. All these human rights have implemented through the Indian Constitution. Here in the Indian Constitution, particularly part 3rd, in that part 3rd, 12 to that 35 articles, these indicates or draw focus on the effective implementation of human rights and fundamental rights here. These all have mentioned in the part 3rd under article that 12 to 35 there. There were 7 fundamental rights in the original constitution, but later by the 44th amendment of the constitution in 1978, the right to property was taken out of the fundamental rights and included under the article 300A as the constitutional right here. Why did they remove that? Because people they thought that it is the right of they to gather the wealth or property. Some of they were taking misuse of that right there, and the wealth and what a richness it was vested in the hands of only few people. Therefore, to stop these all activities, they amended to the Indian Constitution and removed that rights to property from the fundamental rights. Hence, there are six fundamental rights now. Therefore, we have six fundamental rights now. They are right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational rights here, and right to constitutional remedy here. The last one, this right to constitutional remedy, it helps to have these all remaining 5 years. If anyone else didn't agree to grant these or will become the what obstacle to have these all rights, the person or those who do not get or will face the problem of having that human rights or fundamental rights, he can go to Supreme Court directly there. The right to constitutional remedy, it helps to protect our all that fundamental rights. Okay, students, regarding the difference between the fundamental rights and the human rights, that we will discuss tomorrow day. Today here with this, I'll conclude this class. If you have any doubts regarding the human rights, you can ask. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Regarding the difference between the fundamental and the human rights, that we'll discuss tomorrow day. Okay, thank you so much to all. Bye.
Sir, when school starts, sir?
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good
Good
morning.
morning, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning to all. So what we were discussing yesterday?
Ma'am, exam question paper.
Question answers. Sir. So which lesson I told that today? Next one is chemical effects of
Electric current.
electric current. Now, yesterday what we were discussing? Examples of conductors and insulators, good conductors, poor conductors. These things we have explained, we have discussed. Then, almost all we have discussed, no? All questions completed?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, new lesson like
See, okay. Okay, students. What you know about light? Yes, students. What you know about light, students? Yes, tell me any one of you about light. What you know about light? That much you tell me.
Ma'am, it is essential for human beings.
It is essential for human beings. Why it is essential?
to see objects
To see objects, right?
in dark.
In dark. Can you see objects in dark?
Ma'am, by using light,
Okay. You know that usually daytime we'll be having sunlight. Okay. So by the sunlight, we can see the objects which are around us. Okay, by our eyes. You know that we have five sense organs. All five sense organs have their functions. So in that, you know that eye. What is the function of eye?
to see.
Okay, we used to see our eyes. You know that when the light is falls on objects, then only the objects are visible to our eyes, right? For example, table is there, okay? Table, okay? If it is a tree, okay? Take some examples. Do they have light, students, these things?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
These things light? Yes, students, do they have these things light? Table, tree?
No, no, ma'am.
No. Then when you can see these objects?
By the sunlight or light.
Yes. When
By the sunlight.
light falls on it, then only we can see these objects, right? So these objects we call it as non-luminous objects. Non-luminous objects means what is that? Objects which cannot generate their own light. Okay, you know that luminous and non-luminous objects. So luminous object means we will give which objects generate their own light. Sit properly. Which objects generate their own light? Which object, students?
Sun.
Okay. Sun. Okay, you know that sun has its own light. Next.
Ma'am, moon.
Star.
Okay, bulb.
Ma'am, sun, moon, star.
To come to that point, moon has its own light.
No, ma'am.
Know that moon does not have its own light. So he gets, when the sunlight falls on the moon, it reflected to the earth. Okay, so we will not get the moonlight, we get the sunlight at the night time. So which the sunlight falls on the moon, it reflected by the, what is that? Moon. So then the earth gets light. Okay, moon is not a luminous object. Moon is a non-luminous object. You know, bulb and candle. These are the luminous objects. So you know that when power gone at your home, we used to light these candle and torch. Okay, those things we used to put light, right? So these are luminous objects. Non-luminous objects means objects which cannot generate their own light. Okay, they cannot generate their own light. When light falls on that, objects will be visible for us. Okay, for example, table, chair, wall. Okay, these are the examples of non-luminous objects. You know that sometimes the rays falling from the window, the which sun rays falling from the window to the room. Yes, students? Have you seen? Whenever the rays will be falling from the window, sun rays, have you observed that? What is this window? You see that whenever the sunlight falls now to the window, can you see the light, how it falls in the room? Yes, students, are you listening? Yes, are you listening?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, how the light falls. For example, you know that when it is light is not there, okay, power gone, so you use a torch. Okay, so when you put the torch in the room, for example, it is a surface. Okay, when you put the torch, okay, torch here, the light falls on the surface like this. It is this light reflected to our eyes. Okay, we are using torch here, and the which light pass on the surface, the light which is visible to our eyes.
Ma'am, how will reflect, ma'am? Surface will reflect, ma'am.
Yes, for example, if it is a table or a shiny surface will be there, no? Shiny surface. These things reflect the light. You know that bulb? So when you put the bulb will glow full of the room. Yes or no? You put the bulb, no? So the bulb will glow in all directions. The bulb glow in all directions. Everywhere in the room you get light, right? Yes or no? Yes, students. Are you listening?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Today you do one activity. You be in one room, take a torch, battery, and just you hold. Just you put a light on objects like anything, table or on the surface. You just put a light on that. You see the reflection of the light. Yes, students. So when light falls on object, it reflects the light, and when the reflected light reaches our eyes, then we see the objects. Okay, so when we put the light on the objects, okay, this reflect this light reflects and reaches to our eyes. Okay, so how the light falls, how you can see the line of the light. Okay, whenever the light falls in this way, because one is the light which is reflected by that line. Okay, so when sunlight falls on the window, you can see by the window you can see the rays. Right, students? Have you observed that how rays will be fall through the window? Okay, these rays will, the direction of the rays will be everywhere, then the room will be full of light. Yes or no, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Light always travels in a straight line. Always travels in a straight line, if ever. So, the common phenomena of light or formation of shadows, you know that by the light, the shadows will form. For example, so you'll be playing in the playground. Just you can see that how the shadows will be formed. Can you observe? Have you observed that
Yes, ma'am.
while playing shadows? So you know that in the morning time shadows will be different, evening time shadows will be different, in the middle it will be different, right? So you know that you are playing in the playground. If it is morning time, you can see the sun where he rises, where the sun rises east. west. Okay, you can see the sun by the revolving, rotating the earth. You can see the sun will be changing his places, right? So morning will be in this direction, and after that, the sun will be in the afternoon, will be middle. The sun will be in the middle. Can you see it in that time shadow, students? If you are there here,
Ma'am, our shadow will short, ma'am.
short. Then you can see here when you will be here. Okay, you can just see it when the sun will be here. When you will be here. So when the sun will be here, you can see the shadow will be long. When the sun will be in this direction, the shadow will be long. So when you will be in the middle, the shadow will be short. So why it happens? Because of the sunlight. Okay. So because of the sunlight, what we can see, the formation of shadows and formation of images by mirrors and lenses. You know that whenever if you want to make ready and
Yes, ma'am. Concave mirror and convex mirror.
mirror, I'll come to that after that. I'll come to that point afterwards. Formation of image by mirrors means, so whatever image we have, we can just observe in the mirror, right? So whenever if you want to make ready ourselves, what we'll do is that we see our face in the mirror. Yes or no? The mirror forms the images. And lenses, where they use lenses, students? Vehicles.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Use lenses in the vehicles. Yes. Why?
Ma'am, what, ma'am?
You know that lenses is used in vehicles. Okay, both the side of the vehicles they use what, students?
Ma'am, mirrors.
This is a car, you think? Okay, I cannot draw it properly. Okay, so both the side of this car there will be mirror. Why it will be?
Ma'am, backside object you have to see clearly.
We have to see the backside object. Okay, for example, if any vehicles are coming backside of this vehicles, and we have to see them. Okay, so whenever we will taking the cross, okay, we are just crossing the road. That time, what we see, students, we cannot put our head outside. We cannot see that. How we can see that?
Through the lenses of.
By the mirror, there will be used lenses. Which lenses? I will just tell you. We have concave and concave mirror and convex mirror. I'll explain about that. Okay. So these are the some objects we use to see the images. The mirror forms the images. You know that in the night time, how can we see the visible, students? Night time by the moon, right? So how by the moon? The moon is reflected by the sun. I said that. Which light is reflected by the sun? Then that light falls on the earth. Okay. You can see the how the light will be formed. So whenever light falls on the object, for example, it is a table, you think that it's a table. So whenever the light falls on the table, okay, so you see that it is a torch or something you think which gives the light, okay. When it falls on the table, okay, this will be reflected, okay. Then it is objects are visible to our eyes. Okay, here we say that this line we call it as angle of incidence and this line we call it as angle of reflection. Okay, the which line we get from the torch. Okay, this line. So whenever the light falls on the object, you can see the plane. You can see like this planes. So which these planes? One is angle of incidence, another one is angle of reflection. This is a reflected plane, a reflection plane. It is incidence plane, we say that. Okay, just you can see objects, how they in the picture. The first one is that equal angles of reflection. So equal angles of reflection means you know that whenever the light falls now, this incidence ray, how it will be? The same, it will be the reflected angle also. For example, you know that the incidence line, if it is like this, means the reflected line also will be like this. Okay, you can see the examples. Okay, how the incidence angle will be there, the angle of reflection also will be the same here. Okay, all the lines, all the planes will be same. You can see that what is that, students? Colors will be there, no? Rainbow colors.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you observed this activity in 5th or 6th standard or 7th standard? The last one is there though.
No, ma'am.
You know that we have to take a glass prism, students. Glass prism and light. So when we put a light on the glass prism, you can see the different colors which is produced by the glass. So how the rainbow forms, no? Like that. So reflection of light means what we say that? When light falls on a highly polished surface. Highly polished surface means, which is the mirror. So most of the light is sent back into the same medium. For example, you know that when the sunlight falls on the mirror, okay, when sunlight or sun rays falls on the mirror, you can see the reflected back into the same medium is reflection. Okay, reflection of the light in the same medium. Okay, this process is called reflection of light, we say that. Okay, so you can see the images means, for example, your face. Whenever if you want to see the face, can you see the dog in the mirror?
In what, ma'am?
So whenever if you want to see the mirror, can you see the dog, or when it will be light is visible on the mirror?
Ma'am, in dark we can't see, ma'am.
We cannot see. Okay. So when the light is falls on the mirror, then only we can see our image on the image in the mirror, right? So whenever if you are wearing dress, after wearing dress, if it is in a proper way or not, and you check face and all, right, in the mirror only. So when the light falls on the mirror, then only we can see our what is it say that image. So what is the reflection of light is when light falls on a highly polished surface like a mirror, most of the light is sent back into the same medium. This process is called reflection of light, we say that. Here there are two laws are there. What are the two laws? Laws of reflection of light. What is the first one is laws of reflection of light. What I said that the angle of incidence. What is that angle of incidence? So when you put on this torch, when you put this torch on the object, so which this line, this incident ray or incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. Okay, this angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. So the incident ray, the reflected ray, and the normal to the mirror. So which this ray will be there, no? This line, this we call it as normal. This line we call it as normal. This we call it as incident, and this we call it as reflection. So this incident we represent in I letter, and this we represent in R letter. Reflection in R letter. Here, what is that? A laws of reflection of light means the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection means I is equal to R, we say that. I is equal to R. Okay. The second one is the incident ray, the reflected ray, and the normal to the mirror at point is incidence all lie in the same plane. Okay. This incident ray, this normal, and this lies in the same plane. So how the light falls on an object, this plane will be reflected. This also will be the same, whatever. You know that the light falls in all directions. Okay, in which direction the light falls? The light falls in all directions. Okay, when you put on the light and when you see in the room, daytime, okay, you can see the light full of the room. Okay, the light falls in all directions, we can say that. Okay, this is what when we put the light on the mirror. Okay, whenever it is an object or in a mirror, you can see the light represent in this way. What are the angles? We can say that angle of incidence and angle of reflection both are equal or in the same. You know that whenever see in the mirror, students, okay, whenever see a mirror, for example, it is a mirror. Whenever you see your image in the mirror, okay, it will be same how you will be outside. For example, it is a mirror and you are here. Okay, so if you are far from that mirror, it shows the distance also. You can see the distance in the mirror also. If you turn, means what happens, students? If you turn or whatever activities you will do, that activities you can see in the, what is that? In the mirror. So the image is erect. Okay. Image is erect means what, students? Whatever you show image, it shows it. It gives a reflection to you. So the image is same size as the object. For example, if you show the palm in the mirror, it shows the same size in the mirror. Yes or no, students?
Ma'am, but ma'am, ನಾವು ಸೀದಾ ನಿಂದ್ರ ಉಲ್ಟಾ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತೀರಿ ಮೇಡಮ್.
Okay, that will be ಸೀದಾ ನೀವು ಹಿಂಗ್ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರದ ಉಲ್ಟಾ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತದ. But object will be in the same size. Okay, you will not look very fat or very thin in the plain mirror. There are many mirrors. You know that in that mirror our face will look very big. Have you observed that? This is, I am talking about the plain mirror, so which you use at your home. So whenever we stand like this, no, it shows opposite. So when we stand in this way, it shows in opposite. But whatever the size we have, the size of the object will be same. You can see in the mirror. Yes or no, students? So how do you find it that I became fat and I became thin? When other people will say to us, oh, you became thin, you became fat, right? Otherwise, when we see in the mirror. Yes or no? Are you listening?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes or no? So whenever you stand straight and see that mirror, what happens? You'll see opposite. You see like this and see, students. What it shows? Can you see your left eye only in that? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So if you turn like this, if you stand, you can see your right eye is there only, right part of your body only, you will see that. But the image will show you that opposite only when you see in the mirror. Okay. And next, so how much distance if you are standing in front of the mirror, you can see that that much distance will be there. So when you go far from the mirror, objects look very small. Okay, when you go far from the mirror, you look very small, right? So when you come near to that, you will see that your perfect image in the mirror. So it shows the distance also. How you stand in front of the mirror, it shows the same way in the mirror. Means the reflection will be same. So if you maintain the distance this much, the reflection of distance also will be like this. So if you standing in front of the mirror in this much of a distance, it shows that much distance reflection. Okay, students, that is what reflection we say that. Okay, so we say that inverted means what is that? Opposite. Whatever. If you stand like this, it shows the opposite only in the image.
Ma'am, virtual means what, ma'am?
Virtual means Kannada meaning means as it is. We say that. In Kannada we say that Kramabadha, something we say that. However, we will be there like that. It cannot be changed in the screen. Our image will not be changed in the mirror. Okay, we'll write the class work, students. All of you write the heading light. Light is a form of energy which help us to see objects. When light falls on objects, it reflects the light and when the reflected light reaches our eyes, then we see the object. Light travels in a straight line. the common phenomena of light or formation of shadows, formation of images, and lenses. Completed?
Yes, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Laws of reflection. Reflection of light. When light strikes a surface and bounces back, it is called reflection.
Ma'am, what is that?
You draw this. When light falls on the surface, it reflects the light. Okay, this is a normal. This line we call it as incident light. This reflected light. This is normal. incident, we call it as incident ray and reflected ray or incident light also. The ray of light that falls on the surface is called incident ray. Next one is reflected ray. The ray of the light that gets
Ma'am, what is that, ma'am? This is normal after.
reflected light. It is I, incident light, reflected light, normal. That falls that gets reflected back from the surface is called reflected ray. The next one is normal. It is an imaginary line that is drawn perpendicular to the reflecting surface at the point where the incident ray strikes the surface or at the point of incidence. At the point of incidence. Okay, you complete this much, and tomorrow I'll explain.
na. Sir,
Yes, students.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. We are in exercise 3.3,
Fourth question, sir.
question number 4. Correct? So question number 4.
Yes.
Sir.
Before writing that, what is probability? That definition we shall write. Probability is ratio of what? Number of outcomes. Number of outcomes that make
Yes, sir. Note, sir.
that make we shall say make an event divided by total number of outcomes of the experiment.
Sir, their side board not seeing.
I'll change it. Okay, I'll turn it. Of the experiment. When the outcomes are equally likely, when the outcomes are equally likely. Now your fourth main question. What is the fourth main question? In numbers from 1 to 10 are written on a 10 separate slips. Okay. One number on one slip, kept in a box and mixed well. One slip is chosen from the box without looking into it. What is the probability of getting a number 6? Question, have you understood, students?
Yes, sir.
Question you understood? So on
No, sir.
see, like this small piece of papers are there. 10 papers are there. 10 papers. On that number 1, number 2, number 3 are written. Number 1 is written and this paper is folded and put it in the box. Number 2 is written and this paper is folded and put it in the box. Like that, total 10 slips are kept in the box. Okay. On each slip, numbers are written. On each slip, numbers are written. Okay, like this, 1 number is there, then 2, 3, up to 10 numbers are written. These small pieces are put in the box. What they are saying, what is the probability of getting a number 6? What is the probability of getting a number 6? In one box, all these pieces are kept. Okay, they are taking one piece without looking into the box. They are taking one piece. What is the probability of getting 6? They are asking. Okay, total what are the outcomes? Outcomes are 1 to 10 numbers. Correct? Outcomes are, there can be number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 or 10. These are the possibilities. These numbers are written. Look here. These are the possibilities. Sit properly. These are the possibilities. These numbers are written on the paper and these papers are kept in the box. Okay. They want to take out one piece. Okay. They want to take out one paper out of the box. What is the probability of getting 6? So probability of getting 6 is written like this. Probability of getting 6 is, 6 has appeared how many times here? Only once is there. So 1. Total possibility, number of outcomes that make an event. If 6 comes, number of outcomes that make an event, it becomes event. What is our event? Our event is to get a 6. Event is we have to get the 6. Okay, if you take out 6, if you take out one piece, so probability of getting 6 is 1 by 10. Total number of outcomes of the experiment are 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 10 are there. Okay, 6 is only once appeared, so it is 1 by 10. Probability of getting 6 is 1 by 10. Similarly, probability of getting number less than 6. Okay, number less than 6. Number less than 6, how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are there. These are numbers less than 6. Okay, what is the probability? If 1 comes also, see, what is asked? The probability of getting number less than 6 is asked. 1 is also less than 6, 2 is also less than 6, 3, 4, 5, these are all less than 6. So if 1 comes, it makes event. If 2 comes also, it makes an event. So 3 comes, 4 comes, 5 comes, these are all our required events. Therefore, what we can write? So number of outcomes that make an event. If this comes also, it makes event. If this comes also, it makes event. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 are there outcomes. 5 outcomes make event. Total outcomes are 10. 5 by 10 is probability. This is 1 by 2. Probability of getting number less than 6 is 1 by 2. Similarly, third one, probability of getting a number greater than 6. Number greater than 6. Okay, or you can write complete word here. Number greater than. Here, if you are getting confusion, what you write? Probability of number greater than 6. It is less than 6. It is less than 6. Here it is probability of getting number greater than 6. Equal. Greater than 6, how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4 are there. So it is 4 by 10. 4 by 10 cancel. 2 2s are, 2 5s are. It becomes 2 by 5. Probability of getting number greater than 6 is 2 by 4. Next, getting a 1-digit number. Probability of getting 1-digit number. 1-digit number, how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 are there. This is 2-digit. So it is 9 by 10. Over. You understood, students? Write it. Did you write, students? Shall I go to next question then? Fifth one. If you have spinning wheel,
Sir, don't erase.
okay.
Sir, completed, sir. Erase.
Okay. Fifth main question now. Fifth main. So what is given in fifth main? You just see. I'll read. If you are spinning wheel of a wheel with three green sectors, one blue sector, and one red sector, what is the probability of getting a green sector? What is the probability of getting a non-blue sector? They are asking. Okay. So first we shall draw one spinner. Question is like this.
Sir, we have to draw that.
You draw it. You will understand easily. What I have told here is, if you are spinning wheel with three green sectors, green at three are there, 1, 2, 3 green, and one blue, and one red is there. They are asking, this is a spinner. Okay, they are asking, what is the probability of getting a non-green sector, and what is the probability of getting a blue sector or non-blue sector? Okay, when you rotate this, it will stop. When it stops, you get the green.
Sir, 3G are there, no, sir?
Yes, green 3 are there. So probability of getting green sector is, green how many times appeared? 1, 2, 3 times. So 3. Total how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are there. So it is 3 by 5. Probability of getting green is 3 by 5 over. Probability of getting non-blue sector. Non-blue means leaving this blue. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4 are there. So this is 4 by n. 4 by 5. Cancel 2. Not possible. It is 4 by 5. This is answer. Over this much. You are not writing?
Sir, what's the probability of?
Probability of getting a green sector is 3 by 5. Probability of getting a non-blue sector is 4 by 5. Non-blue, leaving blue, how many are the sectors? 1, 2, 3, 4 are there. So it is 4 by 5. Understood now? Then go to fifth.
Sir, 1 by 5 ಆಗಲ್ರಿ.
1 by 5 ಹೆಂಗಾಗ್ತದೆ ಹೇಳು? Non-blue ಅಂದಾರ ಅವ್ರು, ಬ್ಲೂ ಅಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಬ್ಲೂ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬ್ಲೂ ಒಂದ ಅದ, ಬ್ಲೂ ಬಿಟ್ಟು. ಬ್ಲೂ ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಉಳಿದಿದ್ದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಅದಾವ? 1, 2, 3, 4 ಅದಾವ. Understood or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Go to sixth question. Find the probability of the events given in question number 2. In question number 2, what is given there? See. What is the probability of the events given in question number 2? In question number 2, when a dice is thrown, what is given when a dice is thrown? You know already what is dice. On the dice, numbers are there. So how many numbers are there? 6 numbers are there. It looks like this. So 1, 2, 3, some more numbers are there. Okay. Outcomes, total outcomes are how many? Total outcomes when a die is thrown. When you throw a die, total outcomes are you can get 1 upside, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Any of these. Correct. What they are asking first one is probability of getting prime number. Probability of getting prime number. What is the probability of getting prime number? How many prime numbers are there here? 2 is a prime, 3 is a prime, 5 is a prime. 1, 2, 3 are there. 3 prime numbers are there. Total possibilities are 6. So 2 is a prime. 3 1 ja, 3 2 ja. It is 1 by 2 is the answer. Second question. Not prime. Probability of getting not a prime number. Not a prime number. Okay. Non-prime, which are non-prime? 1 is not prime. Then 4 is not prime. 6 is not prime. How many are there? 1, 2, 3 are there. 3 numbers are not prime numbers. So 3 by 6 is the probability. So 3 1 ja, 3 2 ja. 1 by 2. Then third one is a number greater than 5. What is the probability of getting a number greater than 5? Greater than, okay. Number greater than 5. Number greater than 5, how many are there? Only 6 is there. Number greater than 5 is only 6. That is only one number is there. So it becomes 1 by 6. Then last number not greater than 5. What is the probability of the number not greater than 5. Not greater than 5, how many are there? 1 is not greater than 5, 2, 3, 4. These are the numbers not greater than 5. So how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4 are there. So this 4 by 6 cancel. 2 2 ja, 2 3 ja. Answer is 2 by 3. This much. This completes your chapter.
Sir, we also draw the tires, sir.
Which one?
Sir, now dice ತೆಗಿಬೇಕ್ರಿ ಅದು.
Dice ಏನು ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. For your understanding, I have drawn. Not necessary. Yes. Fourth lesson. Today, this much. Any doubts are there? We shall discuss. Students, you understand this chapter? All of you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good, very good. Now I want to ask.
Sir, you said in second main first answer a number not greater than 5.
What happened?
For outcomes you said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes, sir.
But you wrote here 4 only.
Number not, what was the question?
A number not greater than 5.
Not greater than 5 means 1 to
Sir, you only told, sir, up to 1 to 5 also come. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 also come.
5 will not come. No? 5 is not greater than 5. No. 1 to 4 will come. 5 is not greater than 5. 5 is equal to 5. If it is written like that, make changes. Okay. 5 is not greater than 5. 5 is equal to 5. So not greater than 5 means 1, 2, 3, 4 will come. 5 will not come. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now this chapter is over. I want to listen you. How many of you know tables up to 20? Don't exit. 22 students are there. Don't exit. I want everybody. Vinay Maidrigi. Vinay Maidri.
Sir.
Table test ಬರ್ತಾವ?
Sir, 20.
20 na? 9.
Yes, sir.
Read 19 table.
91, 90, 91, 38, 93, 57, 94, 76, 95, 95, 96, 114, 97, 133, 98, 152, 99, 171, 19, 190.
Okay. What is the square of 16?
Sir, 16, 4, sir.
Hey, square of 16. 16 square.
Sir, 8.
No. 256. Okay. Ankit Vankari. Aniket,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
how many tables do you know?
25, sir. 25.
25 you know?
Yes, sir.
24 you read.
24 and 24, 24 to the 48, 24 3 is 72, 24 4 is 96, 24 5 is 120, 24 6 is 144, 24 7 is 168, 24 7 is 168, 24 8 is 192, 24 9 is 216, 24 10 is 240.
Okay. What is the cube of 3?
27.
27. What is the square of 10?
100.
100. What is the square root of 144?
12.
12. Good boy. Next, we'll ask some other person. Bhavani Maitri.
Yes, sir.
ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರ್ತಾವ್ರಿ ನಿಮಗ?
Sir, 20.
20 ಬರ್ತಾವ? ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ. 20 ಟೇಬಲ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ್ದು ಓದ್ತೀರಿ?
What, sir?
Read 18 table.
18 1 is 18, 18 2 is 36, 18 3 is 54, 18 4 is 72, 18 5 is 90, 18 6 is 108, 18 7 is 126, 18 8 is 144, 18 9 is 162, 18 10 is 180.
Okay. Okay, fine. Darshan. Darshan.
Yes, sir.
How many tables do you know?
20.
20?
Yes, sir.
20. Okay, read 17 table.
17 on the 17, 17 to the 34, 17 3 is 51, 17 4 is
17 4 is how much?
17 on the 17.
Once again you read. Once again you can read. Read once again.
17 on the 17, 17 to the 34, 17 3 is 51, 17 4 is 78, 17 5 is
Practice. Still you need to practice, okay? Ganga. Who is Ganga? Unmute and speak. Gautami. Gautami.
Yes, sir.
ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರ್ತಾವ ನಿಮ್ಗ?
Sir, 15.
15 15 ಆಯ್ತಂದ್ರ 14 ಓದ್ರಿ ನೋಡೋಣ. Read 14.
Yes, sir.
Read.
14 on the 14, 14 2 is 28, 14 3 is 42, 14 4 is 56, 14 5 is 70, 14 6 is 84, 14 7 is 98, 14 8s are 112, 14 9s are 126, 14 10s are 140.
Okay. Tomorrow I want up to 20. Okay.
Yes, yes, sir.
Harish and Harish,
Yes, sir.
how many tables do you know?
20.
20. Read 18.
Sir, Kannada ಓದ್ರಡಿ sir.
You are in English medium. You should read in English.
18 is 18, 18 2 is 36, 18 3 is 54, 18 4 is 72, 18 5 is 90, 18 6 is 108, 18 7 is 126, 18 8 is 144, 18 9 is 162, 18 10 is 120, 180.
Good. Correct. You can read in English. Why you want to try in Kannada?
ಸರ್ ಪೈಲ ಕನ್ನಡನೇ ರೂಢಿ ಬಿದ್ದಿದೆ
ರೂಢಿ ಬಿದ್ದದ ಬಿಡ್ಕರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಂ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. ನಾಳೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತದ ನೀವು ಬೇರೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಹೋದಾಗ ಅಮೆರಿಕಾದಾಗ ಹೋದಾಗದು ಮತ್ತು ಏನಾಗ್ತದ ಮತ್ತು ನಾ ಕೈ ಕನ್ನಡದಾಗ ಓದ್ಲೇನ್ರಿ ಅನ್ನೋದಾಗ್ತದ. ಅವಾಗ ಏನ್ ನಾವು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಹಾ, ಫೈನ್. Muhammad Anas. Good. Muhammad Anas.
Yes, sir.
How many tables do you know?
ಸರ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಮೊದ್ಲು 30 ತಗೋ ಬರ್ತಿತ್ತು ಸರ್.
ಈಗ ಎಷ್ಟು ತನಕ ಬರ್ತಾವ?
ಗೊತ್ತೇ ಇಲ್ರಿ ಸರ್, 8 ತಿಂಗಳಿಂದ ಓದೇ ಇಲ್ರಿ ಸರ್.
Why? You have to know. You have to practice. No, required. Without tables, how you cannot multiply?
Yes.
Otherwise, you need calculator. Now read 13 table.
Yes, sir.
Read.
13 1 is 13, 13 2 is 26, 13 3 is 39, 13 4 is 52, 13 5 is 65, 13 6 is 78, 13 7 is 91, 13 8 is 104, 13 9 is 170, 13 10 is 136.
Correct. This is correct. Do you want, can you read 18 table? 18 also.
Sure, sir. 18 1 is 18, 18 2 is 36, 18 3 is 56,
No.
18 7 is 72.
18 3 is 54. Try once. Later you practice again. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now next, who is the next person? Wait. Mega. Mega O3 tables. Mega. Ridarifa. Ridarifa.
Sir,
Tables. How many tables do you know?
sir, up to 12.
Up to 12. Okay, then read 12 table.
12 1 is 12, 12 2 is 24, 12 3 is 36, 12 4 is 48, 12 5 is 60, 12 6 is 72, 12 7 is 84, 12 8 is 96, 12 9 is 108, 12 10 is 120.
Okay, good. I need within 1 week you should practice up to 20. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Then Samarth Borgaonkar. Samarth Borgaonkar. Dharnendra. How many?
Yes, sir.
1 minute. Here one boy is ready. Read 18. One not eight. Read 14 table. Practice. You have to practice. Samarth Vargakar.
Yes, sir.
How many tables do you know?
Sir, 20.
20. Okay. Then you read 17 table.
17 on the 17, 17 to the 34, 17 to the 51, 17 for the 68, 17 by the 85, 17 6 the 102, 17 7 the 119, 17 8 the 136, 17 9 the 153, 17 10 the 170.
Good boy. Next, Shweta Mane. Shweta Mane. ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರ್ತಾವ್ರಿ ಟೇಬಲ್ಸ್? ಶ್ವೇತಾ ಮಾನೆ. Okay. Samarth Patil. Samarth Patil.
Yes, sir.
How many tables do you know? Multiplication tables. Yes. Don't know. Then leave it. Practice up to 20. Tomorrow again I will ask. I'll ask everyone. Deepak. Deepak.
Yes, sir.
How many tables do you know?
20.
20. Okay. Then read 19 table.
19 of the 19, 19 to the 38, 19 3 the 57, 19 4 the 76, 19 5 the 95, 19 6 the 144, 19 7 the 133, 19 8 the 154, 152, 19 9 the 177, 19 10 the 18.
Okay, good. Now I will stop here. I shall stop the class. Tomorrow we shall continue the next lesson. Any doubts are there in this lesson? If you ask, tomorrow I'll explain.
Nothing, sir.
Nothing. Okay. Then we shall stop.